Hello everyone. This video is the full conversation that I had with Miss Ira Denise Oyco of Rhipe's Backyard for the 80% podcast. Special shout out goes to Dell Technologies Philippines for making this possible. Do check out the other conversations that I had for this series by subscribing to the 80% podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Enjoy watching! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 80% podcast. Of course, we have today a special guest for this Pursue Your Passion series of Dell Technologies. So let's all welcome Miss Ira Denise Oyco of Rhipe's Backyard. So hello Ira.
Hi.
Yes,
Hello,
kamusta?
everyone. Okay lang. I'm so excited to talk about my baby, my business. So yeah.
Yeah. So for the benefit of our listeners, can you quickly introduce yourself and
Mm-hmm.
what you currently do?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Ira Denise Oyco, and I'm I just turned 27, and I built my business around 11 years ago when I was still in high school. So, ayun, super tanda na ng business ko. And I started selling clothes, my own clothes, and then it grew into something bigger, which is like I sell RTW clothes, mirrors, as you can see, yung mirror sa likod, and also some furniture actually. So, yeah. And
So
I
what's the
also
name of your business?
blog actually. It's
Ah,
Ripe's Backyard. Yes, and
so
I can explain bakit Ripes.
yeah, what's the origin of the name ng Ripe's
The
Backyard?
meaning of Ripes. It's the first letters of me and my siblings' names, Rhipes. Kasi we originally started this business, me and my sisters, but after a few months, tinamad na sila, so ako na lang natira. So yeah, that's Regina, Hanika, Ira, Pauline, and Enrico. So first letters.
So ilan kayo magkakapatid lahat? Five.
Five, yes.
So pang ilan ka dun sa magkakapatid?
Gitna. So ako yung
Gitna.
I ng Ripes. I'm the I in
Ah,
Ripes. Yes.
so yung letters ba according to age?
No, actually. Random siya.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Randomized lang. Yes.
so how was it growing up with four other siblings? Magulo ba sa bahay nyo?
Super. Super gulo. Actually, puro girls kami and yung youngest yung boy, but we're still equally rowdy and super gulo pag magkakasama kami.
Talaga.
Super, as in, sigawan dito sa bahay. Yes. Although
Parang
I
ano
love it. I
kayo,
love growing up with four siblings naman.
ang naalala ko yung four weddings, tama ba? Hindi, Four Sisters in a Wedding. Kasi
Yes, exactly. Pinanood din
gano'n
namin
yung
yun
setup niya.
sa movie with my little
Talaga.
brother. Oo. Kaming kami yun.
So doon sa apat na magkakapatid, kanino ka mas nakaka-relate?
Um, actually, napag-usapan na namin to, na-discuss na namin to. Pili ko ako um, si Angel o kasi parang yung
Talaga?
artsy na medyo, oo, medyo sensitive. Ayun.
Oh, alright.
Actually, halo-halo kami. Yeah.
At a combination of those characters. But
A
kung
combination. Yes,
papapiliin
yes.
ka, yeah, okay.
Oo.
So let's talk about Ripe's Backyard. So sabi mo kanina, you
Mhm.
started with selling clothes, but eventually you ventured
Yes.
into home decors na rin, no? And yan,
Yes,
nakikita ko
but
nga
mainly clothes pa din.
mainly
Mm.
clothes. Of course, women's clothes
Mm.
or I see
Yes,
you
women's
also
clothes.
have.
I'm actually wearing one right now. Yes,
Oh, right.
it's a button down and yun yung main focus ko before, 11 years ago, until now actually, is button downs for women. So, yun yung forte ng, parang specialty ng brand ko naman.
So again,
Parang
what's the
mga polo siya
specialty?
for women.
Polo. All right. And
It's women's, yes, women's button downs.
all right. So can you tell us the story of how you started, no? And I believe sabi mo kanina, high school
Mm-hmm.
ka pa nagsimula, no? And what was the story behind that?
Yes. Mm-mm. Okay. I was in high school and then super hilig ko sa fashion, anything fashion related. So, when I was in high school, obviously, wala pa akong work, so wala akong income. And my only money was yung baon ko every day. So, inipon ko yung baon ko every single day and I always prioritized buying clothes rather than eating. So, every weekend, like, I'd go to the mall and then I'd buy clothes na wala lang, susuotin ko lang para masaya ako. And then, naisip ko, kasi one day, syempre, naubos yung money ko, wala na akong money. So, I said, why not sell my old clothes? So, binenta ko yung mga old clothes ko na nasa closet and then yung nakuha kong money from that, I I used it to buy parang I think from what I remember ukay clothes, thrifted clothes, and then that was my very first collection. Parang puro thrifted clothes lang siya and until yun, na-sold out and then isang collection ulit and then na-sold out. So yun, until nag-snowball na siya into something big na meron na akong like actual big amount to have my first ever collection na pinatahi ko na talaga. So yeah,
Oh, all
ayun.
right. So, bata ka pa lang or high school ka pa lang, mahilig ka na rin talaga sa damit.
Mm,
And I'm
mm.
wondering, paano nagsimula yon? How did you started with liking or how did you discover and develop your
Hmm.
passion for clothes?
Yes, I think it started with my best friend nung high school. We were so addicted with this particular movie, which is High School Musical. And I don't know, na-trigger lang ako na parang, ganda ng suot niya. Before, wala pa akong honestly pakialam sa mga clothes. But after that, na-trigger lang ako with like the whole world of fashion. So, after that, pumunta kami sa mall ng best friend ko and then nag-splurge lang kami, bumili kami ng clothes and then ayun, until we actually took photos tas prinint namin, tas gumagawa pa ako ng collage of all the outfits na sinuot sa movie and then ginagaya ko, parang gano'n. Yun yung nag-trigger sa akin talaga
So,
for my love
would
for fashion.
so during that time, aside from yung sa High School Musical, were there also other celebrities that you looked up to when it comes to fashion? Sino yung parang mga biggest idols or you
Yes,
could say influences pagdating
oo.
sa personal style
Super
mo during that
dami.
time? Mm.
Yes, actually super dami and high school pa ako nun, so don't judge me. Um, yung mga uso pa nun was like Disney shows, I think. So like mga Hannah Montana, mga ano pa ba, like High School Musical. Basta everything na nasa Disney nun, pinapanood ko and then I would copy their outfits. So ayun, Hannah Montana. Yes. Although sa local, wala ako masyadong um references dun sa local before kasi bata pa ako. So, puro cartoons, like mga young teen shows pa yung sinusundan ko before. So, yeah.
All right. So, of course, apart from being an entrepreneur right now, you're also an influencer, no?
Yeah,
And
yes.
ano bang nauna? The business
Oh,
or
definitely
you
the business. Mas sikat
talaga?
sa akin yung business ko. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I find that very interesting kasi karamihan ng mga kilala ko, they
Mm.
started as an
Yes, nauuna.
influencer and then they
Mm.
put up a
Yes,
business. So, can you tell us the
yes.
story
Exactly.
of how it started? Kasi syempre you started the business and then paano ngayon naging
Mm.
lifestyle influencer si Ira?
Yes, actually, I think that's my That's something unique about me and my like Instagram career now. Usually nga, yung other people, they start as an internet person and then once they get followers or once they get like a market, saka sila nag-open ng business. But for my case, nauna yung business ko, which is like 11 years ago pa. And I was lucky enough kasi um, una ako sa mga nag-open ng online business before kasi honestly, hindi pa siya uso before. And mga Friendster days pa yon, Multiply days. And I think there was around like 5 to 10 online stores lang kami. And now, sobrang dami na. So, ayun, nag-snowball din siya eh. Like, super tagal. Bago ko na-attain yung actually yung kung asan yung Ripes now with my followers and everything of my business and yung mga loyal followers and customers ko. It took so long before ko sila nakuha. And around siguro 3 years ago, dun pa lang naging super like successful ng brand ko and nakilala siya online. And ayun, after that, I started posting lang my OOTDs with yung clothes na binebenta ko. And I also wore actually clothes from other online stores. And also again, hindi pa uso yung mga OOTDs before. Kaka-start pa lang ng Instagram nung mga year na yon. So, I think, yeah, kaya medyo marami rin nag-follow sa akin when I was uploading my outfits kasi ano ko, hindi pa siya uso nun eh. But I really loved it. So, talagang post ng OOTDs every day until like people are starting to follow me. And also yung followers ng business ko started following me as well. So, ayun, nakakatuwa lang. And now it grew into again something big na rin. Yung personal Instagram ko.
Well, I think a lot of people started following you on Instagram because they like
Mm-mm.
your fashion style. Ano ba, how would you describe
Really.
your fashion sense? Yeah, ano ba yung, why do you think people liked it? And personally, how do you see your
Mm-mm.
personal style? Ano, how do you describe it?
Yes. I love this question kasi it's really super special for me na I can say this na I'm very versatile yung style ko. It's not like the other like influencers or bloggers or fashion people na they have one specific style. They have one specific na genre when it comes to clothes. For me, parang I can go girly one day and then the next day, kaya kong like mag-masculine outfit. And then the next day, parang I can mix and match them. And I can still manage to make it look um, presentable or something. And sometimes actually, mas gusto ng followers ko yung super simple lang ng outfit ko, which is I think my forte or my specialty. Kasi they also started like hyping the post or like parang nag-start maging super dami mag-like ng photos ko when I started wearing simple clothes lang as in hindi siya bongga unlike others parang plain t-shirt lang and trousers and I would just style them all together and then boom as in sobrang dami ko ng like followers na really admire yung style ko so medyo nakakagulat din kasi parang bakit sobrang daming nagugustuhan yung outfit ko. It's just like a plain shirt and plain trousers, white sneakers. Up until now, actually. Yun pa rin yung favorite combo ko. So, ayun.
Well, I think also one of the reasons why people like your or like following you is because maganda rin kasi yung
Mm.
mga photos mo. Did you take a photography class or self-taught lang?
No, definitely not. Actually, as in zero. I just invested in a nice and good camera and lens. And sometimes nagugulat pa yung iba because yung photos are taken by our house help and sometimes my driver, sometimes like any random person, mostly my friends. And ayun, parang uh, I think nasa the way you present your outfit lang. Kasi honestly, I just stand up and stand in front of the camera and then shoot and then done. Yun na yun. Parang, siguro na nadadaan ko sa edit or something or like sa filter to make it like super bongga tignan, but it's honestly just like me standing in front and papashoot ko lang like whoever is inside our house. So super
Mm.
simple lang talaga.
Do you do you use mga Lightroom presets or ikaw mismo yung nag-e-edit
Ye-
nung mga photos mo?
I have my own Lightroom presets and a lot of people are asking me to sell it but hindi ko pa siya binibenta. I have my own presets, but right now I don't edit them na. Kasi parang honestly hindi na rin uso masyadong edited or filtered na photos. You just take the photo and then adjust the lighting and ayun na. Nasa ano lang
Pagdat
talaga, nasa the way you present your outfit.
yeah. Pagdating sa mga posts mo sa Instagram account mo, where do you find the
Mm.
inspiration dun sa mga kung paano mo i-shoot, ano yung gagawin mo, itataas ko ba yung kamay dito,
Mm.
yung paa, yan.
Yes.
How did you learn those posting techniques?
Actually, it took a lot of effort and time for me to not be awkward in front of the camera. Kasi super awkward ko as in even during my preteen days. Ako yung awkward namin magkakapatid and nagulat din sila bakit parang sobrang layo ng ng field of work ko kung paano ako before nung bata pa ako. And paano ba? Parang I started just as you can see now for sa posts ko, I just stand up and then like take the photo. As in super hindi rin ako ma-posy. So um and yung way of me picking my outfits, I get inspired honestly with also social media. Pinterest, I just really search kung anong like outfits yung uso or sometimes I just randomly see a person sa mall or sa street or like outside my car. Makikita ko sila parang, ay, cute yung suot niya. And then I would like get inspired na parang gagayahin ko yung outfit niya. And then I'll just tweak it. Parang ganun. So just like super random.
Well, I admire yung nangyari sa'yo na yung photography, yung pag-post
Mm-mm.
sa mga pictures mo, it's something that you learned by yourself. Also, you learned by
Yes.
looking at what other people are doing. And I
Mm.
guess, is it the same pagdating sa pagtatayo ng business? You became an entrepreneur at such a young age. So, paano mo natutunan magpatakbo ng business? Did you grow up with an entrepreneurial family? Meron ba kayong family business? Or was that something na pinag-aralan nyo ring magkakapatid nung tinayo nyo yung Ripe's Backyard?
Mhm. Um, Actually, wala kahit isa. Like, there's no one in the family na may business or knows anything about business or like nag-study ng business nung college. Like, zero. Even my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, wala. As in, I started this, and me and my sister started this business at such a young age, and I don't know, they got lazy, and then naiwan sa akin yung responsibility, and because I loved it so much, to the point na I would supply everything. It's parang naging one-man business siya. And ayun, I'm just so proud na napalaki ko siya ng ganito now with just me. I remember before college, sabi ko ayoko na mag-aral kasi gusto ko na business, i-pursue tong business. Napakaliit pa nun na online business and I remember ako lang mag-isa, packaging, uh, as in manual work, pupunta ng suppliers, everything. Magko-commute pa ako kasi wala pang car, hindi pa ako marunong mag-drive. So, lahat ako, as in, I would ride the jeep, tricycle, whatever, para lang ma-deliver lahat. And wala pang courier before, so I met with my customers one by one. And talagang mini-meet up ko sila. So, I guess I learned yung ways of running a business by experience lang. And with a time na sobrang tagal, 11 years, every year may bago lang ako natututunan, and then I try to use that learning sa business ko until sa, ayun, lumaki na siya. Until na kailangan ko na mag-hire ng actual employee, ganun. So, ayun. And I also invested in an office. So, may office na rin kami now and studio, which I also bought with my own savings from my business.
Yeah. So, what course did you took in college?
Um, well, baka magulat kayo kasi wala siyang connection at all with what I do now. It's international studies. I studied in LaSalle. International studies, major in American studies. So, ayun. Medyo malakas
Actually,
pa
this
yung hatak ko sa American dream when I was in college.
actually it's quite normal na a lot of the entrepreneurs na nakakausap ko,
Mm-mm.
yung college course nila is not related to what they're doing now or yung field ng business
Yes,
nila.
yes, yes, yes. Mm-mm.
So, ganun talaga kalakas yung hatak, no, if you are able to discover your passion. Kahit anong gawin mo,
Mm-mm.
doon ka dadalhin ng puso at
Mm-mm.
isip mo, di ba?
Yes,
And
oo.
and I for myself know that running a business is very difficult, and there
Yes.
are always times that you want to quit. Can you share with us one story na
Mm-mm.
parang ayoko na, parang gusto mo na mag-quit, pero fortunately hindi ka
Sobrang
tumigil?
dami yata.
Ano ka, share
Mm.
ka ng isa.
Okay, kailan ba yun? I think it was around 2 years ago. Sobrang recent lang nun, if 2 years ago. I think yun yung point na sobrang, actually, it's a good problem. Sobrang daming orders at that time, and it was just me. And medyo tinutulungan din ako ng boyfriend ko at that time. And sobrang daming orders. Like, I think mga umabot siya ng 80 or 90 orders for just one day. And ako lang. So, I pack everything. Tapos, I write down manually yung address ko, address yung customer. And then, it was so hard to the point na ang daming problems after ma-ship lahat. Parang merong mix up yung order, and then meron yung mali yung nakuha, and then parang some would order pero wala na sa inventory, ubus na. So parang sobrang yun yung point na nag-breakdown na ako kasi it was like 1 week na tuloy-tuloy na ganun, na ang daming problems. And syempre, customer satisfaction, hindi sila masaya. So parang some would like actually bash our store online, and they would comment mean things na parang ano ba yan, magsarado na kayo, ganyan, ganyan. And syempre, hurtful siya. So, sabi ko, ayoko na, I want to stop. I want to stop selling clothes na parang, sabi ko, worth it pa ba to? Nag-iisip na ako ng ibang ways of like doing business, like mag-real estate na lang kaya ako. Or like, I don't know, magbenta na lang ako ng ibang item besides clothing kasi sobrang stressful niya. Especially my problems with yung courier, like sobrang hassle talaga. As in, nag-breakdown ako, like daming nahawalang parcel, ang daming nami-mix na parcel. So, ayun. Sobrang, yun yung time na talagang challenging for me. Kaya nag-hire na rin ako ng extra employee nung time na yun.
So, when you were experiencing that, how did you find the strength to continue?
I think I got the strength from my family and friends. The fact that they tell me na how blessed I am, na parang not everyone is in your situation. Not everyone na ka-age ko can buy anything they want with their own money. Like some of my friends still depend on their parents, ganun. And ako, may sarili akong business na nag-earn ng so much income at that time. And ayun, parang naisip ko, oo nga. Parang, especially yung ibang tao na parang nag-work as an employee. But me, I have this and hawak ko yung sarili kong oras and I have my own office. So parang I don't have the right to actually complain about this. So I just, picked up the pieces and then sabi ko, I'm just gonna move on and move forward until, ayun, we're still very successful in running now.
Yeah. So, currently, ano ba yung mga challenges that your business is facing?
Well, right now, it's the pandemic. Kasi sobrang affected ng online selling now. Actually, malakas ang online selling kasi nasa bahay lang ang mga tao. But with clothing, I don't think malakas siya now kasi people are not going out. Before, malakas yung brand ko because a lot of people are traveling and parang they're looking for clothing for their trips and for their OOTDs abroad. And now, parang everyone's stuck at home. So, I mean, okay pa rin, but not as big as before. Yung clothing and retail now is so-so. So, yeah, it's one of our biggest challenges yet. So, ayun.
Yeah, I understand, no? Talagang yun din yung problem nung karamihan ng mga kakilala ko na nagdinegosyo. However, of course,
Mm-mm.
what this pandemic has brought us is kung gaano ka importante ang technology. Everyone suddenly went
Yes.
online. Ako,
Yes, yes, yes.
I am a registered financial planner, so I also meet clients one-on-one,
Mhm.
mga nagpapa-financial consultation sa akin.
Mhm.
Pero biglaan yung mga
Mhm.
clients ko, biglang naging okay sa kanila mag-Zoom meeting na lang daw, alam mo yon. Dati gusto nila
Yes.
meet up, eh. So, siguro
Meetups, yes.
in the case of running a business, how important is technology? What is the role that technology has played in your running and growing the
Mhm.
business?
Yes. Actually, even before the pandemic, sobrang laking help na ng like y technology. 80% I think of my business relies on technology. Um, so yeah, even before the pandemic, with my website running, the way I take my photos, the way I publish them online to my market. So yun, nakarely talaga sa technology. And now, na nasa pandemic tayo, almost like, I don't know, 90% lahat online na. So, ayun, mas na-feel ko yung importance ng technology. Um, Especially with communicating everything, like my products, communicating with my customers, my suppliers, everything, as in lahat, technology. Siguro like 2% na lang yung imi-meet ko talaga yung supplier ko for something. So, ayun.
Yeah,
It's really
I would
important talaga.
agree. I would agree kasi meron akong friend na bazarista and
Mm.
siya aloof siya sa technology kasi parang mas gusto pa rin daw niya yung
Hmm.
traditional na nagbebenta.
Mm.
Pero
Mm.
iba pa rin niya, eh, 'pag you are open to new marketing channels like selling
Mm. Yes,
online,
yes, yes.
then
Yes.
using social media to market your products.
Mhm.
Kasi a lot of
Mm.
them iniisip nila, puwede namang ano, buy and sell, tawag dito, yung
Mm.
referral, 'di ba, word of mouth marketing lang, and also
Yes,
naka-rely sila
yes.
sa mga walk-in customers dun sa tindahan nila. But, yung friend ko, she realized, na dapat pala nag-invest na ako dati pa sa mga online-online na 'yan, yun yung sabi niya sa akin. So, I would agree
Hmm.
na
Mm.
very important
Mm.
talaga ang technology. And of course, with technology comes, our
Mm.
gadgets. Can you share with us ano ba yung mga gadgets na gamit mo?
Yes. Well, first of all, I forgot to mention na bazarista din ako. For the past around 8 years, talagang nag-rely ako sa bazaars, like physical bazaars. So, medyo nakakagulat din for me yung totally wala ng bazaars ngayon. I would do bazaars every month, actually. So, ayun. Um, my gadgets now, of course, I have an office na. So I have around two laptops, I have my phone, I have a tablet, ano pa ba? I have my camera. I have two cameras. So ayun, sobrang dami and it's all just mine.
And gaano sila ka-helpful pagdating sa paggawa ng trabaho mo?
Mm. Well, again, it occupies 90% of my business and my life actually. The moment I step in sa office, or before I even step inside the office, I'm already on my phone and talking to my customers, updating the website, and then when I go to the office, ayun na, laptop, inventory check, I print the order forms, and then, ano pa ba? Sometimes when I even pack, naka-tablet pa ako to just check everything else. And ayun, after I print it out, laptop ulit, and then phone. Kaya talagang like, I cannot live without my gadgets.
Yeah, and your business cannot run without it, 'di ba? So all these gadgets are very
My business
important.
will not run at all. Yes. Mm-mm.
But of course, you mentioned earlier na meron kang business partner sa Ripe's Backyard, which is of
Mm-hmm.
course your boyfriend and
Yes.
fiancé.
Yes,
Yan.
my fiance.
Can you tell us the story of paano siya pumasok sa business? How did he came into picture? Yeah.
um, Actually, even before we got engaged, sobrang laking help na niya sa business. Because again, before I was alone, as in ako lahat with a one-man team, and then I had to hire someone. It was actually his idea kasi he can see me suffering na
Paano mo siya
sobrang
nakilala?
stress na ako. Um, Kasi I studied in LaSalle. He's from CSB. And through a common friend, ayun, we met. Tapos,
Okay.
I just came from a breakup. So, medyo fragile pa ako nun. And then, I met him. And then, ayun, I don't know, we've been together for 6 years or seven, I think. And, siguro 4 or 3 years na siya, parang co-running my business. I focused on the marketing and yung actual design concepts or like kung ano yung ibebenta. And siya yung, kasi HR siya eh. Yung course niya was HR. So, he would handle the things na I couldn't handle. So, parang perfect match lang. Okay, sige. Ako sa art side, siya sa people side. Kasi, dun yun yung weakness ko eh. Customer service, talking to people in general, parang ganun. So, ayun.
So
Tsaka mga numbers, siya rin sa numbers.
I think you're blessed to have a boyfriend or a partner na who's
Yes.
willing to work with you sa business mo.
Mm. Yes.
And siguro sa mga boyfriend, girlfriend na nakikinig sa atin who are also thinking of putting up their own business, ano ba yung masasabi mong pros and cons of putting up a business with your partner? And siguro mga quick tips that you can tell them.
Quick tips. Quick tip, don't do it. Joke lang. Um, don't have a business with your partner. De, joke lang. Well, pros and cons. Siguro, I don't know, parang, siguro, hindi naman siya chamba, but, um, I was just siguro blessed enough to have a partner na parang who can carry my weakness, and yung strength niya was my weakness and yung weakness niya was my strength. So parang when we combined and worked, sa business na clothing retail, it all just worked for the better. And of course, some couples would think na parang it's not a good thing for you to combine business and your love life, especially when it comes to when it comes to money matters. Yun talaga it's a very sensitive topic, and if hindi nyo siya masettle, if paano yung sistema nyo with the money, it's going to be super hard. Super, super hard. So, before you even start thinking of running a business together with your boyfriend or your husband or something, you have to set your boundaries. You have to um, parang finalize everything. Like, will you make a joint account? Will you have separate accounts or just parang get percentage, parang ganun. Kasi it's really medyo sensitive topic siya, but it's an essential thing na ma-settle nyo before you run a business. And of course, beyond that, yung money matters is you have to just I don't know, you just have to trust your partner na parang, oh, huwag ka magkamali, parang ganun. And if your partner makes a mistake, parang you just have to learn from it. Kasi honestly, ang dami naming pagkakamali. Ako, may mali ako um, sa field ko, and then siya sa customer service, sometimes may problems. And ayun, just talk about it, and then we resolve it together. And I think yun yung key kung bakit until now, 3 years after, we're still managing it together. And di pa naman kami naghihiwalay. So, it's been good.
Oh,
And ayun,
hindi kayo
maganda rin naman na
maghihiwalay.
may ka-partner ka. Hindi na
Hindi
pwede.
kayo maghihiwalay kasi ikakasal na kayo eh, 'di
Oo
ba?
nga
Tuloy ba
eh.
sa December?
Yes.
So
Yes.
advance
Intimate wedding na lang.
congratulations.
Intimate na siya. Yes. Thank you.
Sa mas tipid din 'di ba? Konti lang yung ano mo,
Mas diba?
bisita mo kasi may pandemic.
Mm. Oo, true.
So, merong African proverb that says, if you want to
Mhm.
go fast, go alone. If you want to go
Yes.
far, go together. So,
Go
I
together.
think one of the reasons why you were able to build yung Ripe's backyard fast before was because mag-isa ka lang eh. So, it was only you. But now
Mm.
you see that it has a good potential to grow. That's why na-realize mo later on na yung importance of hiring people and creating a team. So, it means na talagang very important yung being able to work with other people if you want to be an entrepreneur. So, para sa'yo, ano ba yung the things that you should remember if you're hiring someone? Kasi may mga entrepreneurs ako, ang sinasabi nila, isa sa mga pinakamahirap na ginagawa mo is yung maghahanap ka ng tao na i-hire sa business mo. Para sa'yo, ano yung
Mhm.
mabibigay mo na
Mhm.
tips on that aspect? Paano mo ka pipili ng i-hire?
Actually, I hired 2 employees already in my lifetime. And sobrang hirap niya actually. Kasi first you have to look for like a potential employee. Kasi I'm not like a big company na meron akong 10 or like 20 na tao. It's just one. And isa na lang yun pero nahirapan pa ako. First of all, you have to list down everything you need and everything you can give to your employee. Kasi doon ako nahirapan. Kasi hindi ako nag-set ng anything. I just looked for someone. Ito sweldo. Okay, pasok. And then, sobrang daming problems. Kasi, like, hindi niya forte to. But I just randomly took her in. And then, parang, dapat same, yung pinag-aralan niya is maa-apply niya dun sa business. Kasi talagang, sobrang hirap if wala siyang alam na anything about your business to begin with. And ayun. Second is, I just recently had a problem with my employee also. Um, you have to set boundaries or parang dapat you trust this person enough na hindi ka lolokohin or something. Basta you have to set boundaries. Parang, and also you have to be transparent with everything. And you have to do inventory talaga para you can track all of your products. Kasi hindi maganda experience yung sa akin. So, siguro it's a good learning experience for me to share to you guys na even though you trust someone na tao mo, employee mo, to work with your money, your inventory, everything, you still have to check on it. Parang you have to still do your inventory and hindi lahat iiwan mo dun sa employee mo. So, ayun.
Yeah. I agree, no? Kailangan talaga may sistema kasi
Mm-mm.
means
Mm-mm.
we're not saying na na hindi mo sila mapagkakatiwalaan, but sometimes they make a mistake, minsan
Mm-mm.
nagkamali
Mm-mm.
ng bilang. And of
Mm.
course, 'di ba, isang maling number lang na
Mm-mm.
entry mo, ano 'yan, magdo-domino effect 'yun, biglang bakit parang
Mm-mm.
mali yung sales ko, mali yung cash flow ko. Kasi it
Yes,
all
yes, yes.
it all
Mm-mm.
comes from one mistake, no? Yan. So anyway, I'd like to also ask, in general, kasi one of the reasons why I ask about yung hiring people is may mga nakita kasi akong mga startup entrepreneurs na medyo nag-hesitant na humingi ng tulong kahit na hirap na sila, ayaw nila mag-hire, etc. So, in
Mm-mm.
general, for you, how important is it to ask for help?
Yes. Actually, that's one of my advice sa mga gusto mag-business. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Kasi yun yung problem ko. As in, yun yung main problem ko when I was starting out. I did not want to take out money from my income. Sabi ko, ayoko mag-rent ng place. Ayoko mag-hire ng tao. Ayokong basta ayoko ng like may ka-share ako. Parang, kita ko to eh. Bakit ko ilalabas sa something na parang hindi naman ako magbe-benefit. But then, actually, it was my fiance's advice na parang hindi, parang wala ka namang nakitang company na sobrang laki na mag-isa lang yung taong yun sa company. So sabi ko, we actually needed to hire already kasi hindi ko kaya lahat. Kasi um, if kaya mo mag-isa, why not? Pero kung walang mali at all, kung walang mistakes at all, then fine. Don't hire people. Pero sa sobrang dami ng orders namin at that time, ayun, parang it can affect your brand, it can affect your market, yung the way they see your brand. So, ayun, very important din yun na once you see the need for help, for extra hands, you really need to like invest. And ayun, it was a good investment kasi we were able to like breathe and actually I can manage it from like medyo mas malayo na ako sa lahat ng gulo and I asked my employee to do that for me. So mas na-manage ko na siya properly and I could focus on the product as well, the actual product and yung marketing. So ayun,
Yeah,
don't be
so
afraid to ask for help.
yes. So thank you for sharing that, no? And medyo patapos na tayo dito sa usapan natin. So
Mm-mm.
for now, I'd like to ask, what can we expect from Ripe's Backyard in the coming months? And ano ba yung vision mo for the company in the next 5 years? Can we expect you participating sa Fashion Week, ganyan, within the next 5 years? Ganun ba yung mga goal natin? What are your goals and vision for
Mm-mm.
the company and the
Yes.
business?
Mm-hmm. Actually, before I sold clothing na I personally designed and then I moved into the field of RTW kasi parang I wanted to sell something na I would wear on a daily basis. And honestly, I wouldn't like go to the mall wearing like super bongga na pinatahi na damit. So sabi ko, why not sell something that I'm really passionate about, which is fast fashion. Parang kung ano yung uso, and talagang RTW siya, ready to wear. And something na is very trendy, something that is very millennial. So, ayun, I started to just focus on clothing na gawa na. I would just, I know, sell clothing na parang trending or something that looked good. Period. Something that looked good in my eyes. And thankfully, I would just hope na magugustuhan siya ng customers ko. And so far, gusto naman nila yung mga nilalabas ko. And ayun, in 5 years, I would still probably be selling online kasi walang rent. And although I have an office na pwedeng gawing showroom or something, ayun, I'll probably like have a family by then. So my priority would definitely shift, I think. But of course, I will not let go of my original baby, my business. And siguro I would sell something more than clothes. Parang hindi naman pwede forever clothes lang. So now I'm selling like mirrors and bed frames. And actually yung family business namin now due to the pandemic is yung furniture store namin, which is Firewood, which is also spelled Phire. Parang mixed up na Ripes lang din. So, ayun. 5 years. I would probably have my own house by then. So, I would have a proper studio where I can take photos of yung mga clothes. And hopefully, I would have employees na. Like more than one employee. So, yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal for 5 years.
Yeah, so I think that's a great goal for yourself and for the company. And siguro super last question, which is what I always do with my guests sa podcast. So I always do a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of role playing. So let's pretend that we are in an event,
Mm-mm.
and then someone approached you. Ako
Mhm.
yon, and I said, Miss Ira,
Mhm.
sobrang idol ko po kayo, and I admire your passion for what you do. Ako rin po, mahilig din ako sa damit, pero mahilig din ako sa photography, mahilig ako mag-travel, mahilig din ako magluto, mag-bake. So, ang dami ko po kasing gusto. Kayo po, what can you advise? Paano ko po ba malalaman kung ano yung true passion ko in life? Kasi ang dami kong gustong gawin eh.
Hmm. Okay, advice ko, actually same. Sasabihin ko, same tayo. Kasi hindi ko rin, until now, hindi ko rin alam kung anong gusto ko gawin really in life. But, uh, well, first of all, you have to always just pray for guidance. I mean, kasi I'm a Christian, so I always just pray and pray and pray about, Lord, lead me into the path na is for me. And, I don't know, I think you would just like one day you think na parang it's the only thing na you cannot live without doing. Parang sa akin kasi hindi ko kaya na hindi ko kaya na hindi maganda yung suot ko. Parang ganun. So I know it's my passion na which is yung clothing or fashion world. And if for you, you cannot live without yung like cooking or something kasi it will just get into you eh. Parang through time, I guess. And just, I don't know, also don't be afraid to try different things habang bata ka pa. I mean, it's always easy to learn something else, but you just pinpoint your passion, and then if it doesn't work, then go ahead, try another one. basta wag lang forever, wag ka lang mag-try ng try forever. You also have to, think of your future. Kasi if pabago-bago ka ng isip, you will not get it. You will not, um, hindi naman you will not succeed. You will succeed, but you have to think of settling down with this passion of yours. 'Di ba? Hindi pwedeng forever ka naghahanap ng ano mo. So, ayun, I guess just pray about it and just trial and error. And if you're happy with what you're doing, then continue it. So, ganun lang. That's
All
what
right.
I am
So,
doing now.
yeah, so I guess that's it for our conversation. So, maraming salamat, Ira. Any last words that you want to say? Ano ba yung mga pwede nilang puntahan if they want to follow you on social
Mm-hmm.
media? And ano yung mga, if they want to contact you, what email can they use to send you a message?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for the questions. And if you have any questions for me personally, you can ask me or DM me lang and follow me on Instagram. It's at Ira Denise Oyco. And yeah, I try my best to reply to all of your DMs. And please check out my online clothing store, Ripe's Backyard. Also on Instagram, we have our link there for our website. And ano pa ba? Yeah. Just hit me up any time of the day if you have any questions regarding building your business or yeah, just anything.
All right. So, thank you very much, Ira, for joining me. And I hope yung mga
Thank you
nakinig
so
sa atin
much.
learn something new and valuable sa session natin. So, I guess that's it. Thank you and
Yeah.
bye everyone.